It is the stock market recap, and I'm going to show you how to use technical analysis. Let's check these charts and see if they can give us any clues for what could potentially happen next week. Always kick it off with a thank you. I appreciate what you have helped me accomplish. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for the likes. If you like what you've heard, what you've seen in the past, make sure you give me that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. We could definitely have a conversation. So let's get into the market. First thing we always do is look at S&P. S&P closed at 44.7137. Record high is 45.85. And let's check out how we have performed this week. So last week we drew our support line based on the prior closes or prior touches in that zone. We touched it recently, and you see now we have bounced, and we made a considerable move last week. 20-day has been respected. We can consider this a touch in this area, and now we're going to see if we can make a move back to the high. So has the S&P woke up? We will find out next week when we get confirmation. So S&P, nothing is looking bad here. Let's move along. S&P looks good. Next on the menu is the Russell, ticker IWM. So the Russell closed at 225.16. Record high remains the same, 234.53. And let's zoom in one more bit here. All right, so the chop zone that we've experienced all year. We've had some spinning tops in the past, and this week we actually stayed above last week's highs, and that could be a good signal. But we are still in the back and forth trading. The highs of around 227 to 230 have not held up, and we closed lower than that. But again, we got our 50-day moving into this zone, and as I have mentioned here before, that 50-day getting in there, it can get some things moving here. And we have had some consistent closes higher. You can see the candles, they still respect that 50-day moving average. We're not closing anywhere close to that, and we actually closed higher for the first time in a while. Last week we didn't close that high. The week before that we didn't close that high. This high we closed at 222. So now we're in the upper range of what this range has produced. We may have some good signals next week, but we need confirmation. Always in technical analysis, you need confirmation that gives you the green light to pour the gas on. So that is the Russell. Let's check out the Dow. For those of us on Thinkorswim, it is $DJI. The Dow closed at 35,294.76. Record high is 35,631.19. So we are sniffing at that record high. We're off by about 400 points or so, or almost $400. In that range that we identified the week before, going to zoom in a little bit, we are back above that. So that resistance that was formed before, we're back above the 20-day moving average, and we are approaching our highs again. Now, this is also a good signal. We could have some continuation. So things are starting to wake up here, and we're going to see if we can get something to go next week. So that is the Dow, and now let's finally check out the Nasdaq, and we follow that with ticker NDX. The Nasdaq closed at 15,146.92. Record high is 15,701.40. So we're about close to $600 away from the highs here, and this one has started to wake up too. We've mentioned a few times near that 20-day moving average what the price has done, and you can see here clearly that it has respected that. And we are again respecting that 20-day moving average. So we could see some continuation next week for the Nasdaq too. Now, this one was a relatively simple analysis because when things are moving up and things are green, you see a whole bunch of green candles, makes it very easy to read because you see positivity moving in the direction of up, and that's all you really want. We've seen some weeks where things move down and you have some uncertainty, and that's what technical analysis can help you provide, is clarity in that uncertainty. When you see candles, candles often give an emotional response to what traders are doing. And I've mentioned in the past, spinning tops, stuff like that, that's uncertainty. And when you see that back and forth, all you're really looking to do is see, well, who's going to win that war? And right now, it looks like the buyers are starting to take the upper hand on things because we've just got consistent green candles on pretty much every single index. We've got the S&P pushing higher. We've got the Russell with the 50-day getting into that zone. That's pushing prices higher. We've got the Dow also starting to push higher. And now we have the NDX, the Nasdaq, also pushing higher. So all four indexes this week or the prior week are showing some signs of life. And that could continue on into the next week. So that's going to wrap up this week's stock market recap. Thank you again for all that you've done. And on our final note, make sure you get outside. That is always important. This stock market stuff is cool, but you can't enjoy it if you're not healthy. So health is wealth. Get outside, get you some fresh air. If you get some sunlight, get it. Drink some water. Make sure everybody is taken care of, all right? Family is life. Make sure you have that life, all right? Let me check you later, all right? Peace.